Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Her Pressbox podcast. We are so happy you're here and we can't wait for another week's episode. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate, because that's tomorrow. We are filming this Wednesday, November 26th. First things first on the agenda, one of the most exciting things that happened this week, arguably, the start of the PWHL season happened last Friday. So we're going to talk about it. Juliana, immediately off the bat, what were your thoughts? What did you see? What did you like? What did you not like?
I'm excited. I really like seeing the captain of Montreal's team in the box with her wife. That is hilarious.
All the wives and girlfriends were in boxes together. It was so funny.
I love it. I love how accessible it is.
Shout out
just
YouTube.
Turn on YouTube.
Yes, shout out a live stream because that is just awesome.
So accessible, so easy. I don't know. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great year for the PWHL.
I also think it is going to be a really great year for the PWHL. I had some notes for the start of the season. Mainly just the scores of everybody's first game. I think here in a second we're going to get more in depth about the GoldenEye and Torrent game because Juliana took some notes. So we're going to get to hear her thoughts on that. But scores for the week, if you did not watch. So the GoldenEyes and the Torrent, their game ended in overtime, the first overtime of the 25-26 season. That final score was 4-3. The Sirens got a shutout and also the first hat trick of the 25-26 season against the Ottawa Charge. Shout out Taylor Gerard for that hat trick. And then Boston also had a shutout against Montreal, 2-0. And then the Frost lost their banner-raising game to Toronto, 2-1.
Yeah!
It's like so crazy when a team has a banner-raising game and then they lose. Didn't the Florida Panthers lose their banner-raising game? The Abbotsford Canucks?
I think so. I know the Canucks did.
No, I know they did. And then now the Frost. So I guess they're just destined never to win their banner-raising games. And the PWHL standings as of right now are: number 1 is the Boston Fleet, number 2 the Toronto Scepters, number 3 the Montreal Victoire, number 4 New York Sirens, number 5 Vancouver GoldenEyes, number 6 Seattle Torrent, number 7 Minnesota Frost, and in last place the Ottawa Charge. And yeah, that's all I have for our quick little Week 1 overview of the PWHL. Let's go ahead and jump right into that GoldenEye Torrent game, Juliana. Give us a breakdown. Give us about everything you saw.
I was locked in. I sat my happy down, watched it for free on YouTube. Didn't have to jump through any hoops to watch it. Okay, first off, sold out. This game was sold out. It had a grand total of 14,958 people. Highest attended home venue game in PWHL history.
Absolutely iconic. We love to see it.
And people watch women's sports.
Everyone watches women's sports.
Yes. And on top of that, there were some Canucks there. Hoglander, Bluger, Demko, and Atu Ratu.
I love you. With his PWHL Vancouver jersey on that he requested.
Oh, he did also make a sign.
What did his sign say?
It said, "Let's go, Michelle Carvin," supporting his fellow Finn.
He's so sweet. Atu Ratu, I love you.
So, he made a sign and everything. First of all, I have to say, within that first couple of minutes, Hillary Knight was a beast. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's Hillary Knight. What do you expect? I think if it's any indication of how she's going to play in the Olympics, I'm very happy.
I'm very excited.
The USA has some really good chances with our women's team. Julia Gosling got the opening goal. It was a rebound. It was kind of not like the greatest shot to show off your skill, but she redeemed herself later. Even the commentators were like, oh, kind of like a throwaway one, and then she got a really good one later.
Yeah.
So it was the first ever goal in Seattle Torrent history in their franchise.
So exciting.
And to respond to that, Sarah Nurse, the woman you are, first ever goal in Vancouver GoldenEye history. in their franchise. I loved the way Sarah was playing. Oh my gosh. She was so, like, just physical. I wish they were able to fight in the PWHL, and it's a crime they're not. Let the women fight. They want to fight. I want to see them drop the gloves so bad. And then in my note right here, I said, is the PWHL more accessible than the NHL?
Right now, yes, because they are
Yes.
streaming on YouTube. But as they get bigger, that's probably not going to always be an option. Hopefully, one day, they're able to also be recognized on ESPN. Like,
which is crazy. They're not.
Like the WNBA or professional women's soccer or like other professional women's sports are recognized.
Yeah, I think right now it is so easy to become a PWHL fan, especially like last time they have their stadium takeover series. Mm-hmm. I think we said it last week, the PWHL is doing a great job at expanding their market compared to their counterpart. So I thought it's very interesting to see how the same sport essentially is in today's marketability.
Yeah.
And how they're doing.
They're also in their junior season now. This is their third season of the PWHL. And I feel like they just keep learning. You hear me, NHL? They're learning. They're marketing. And they're growing.
Yeah. Also, I wrote down, I love how much Taylor Swift they're playing. Because they were playing a lot of Taylor Swift.
I did indeed go to bed after the first period because I had to be up early. But I had so much fun watching the first period.
Yeah, I loved how much they were playing Taylor Swift. I thought that was so fun. And I think it's, maybe I thought it was really feminine and fun. Also, the GoldenEye are the only team in the league to be the primary team of their arena.
We talked about that last week.
So,
also, the GoldenEye logo is the only now PWHL logo that will be permanent on ice, which I literally think is so exciting. That's so fun. It's also just revolutionary for the sport, or the fact that they sold out their stadium that they are now the primary tenants in.
Yeah, especially like if you look at the New York Sirens, they play in New Jersey.
Everyone, like, we've heard Juliana talk about this so many times.
Because that's not even where they're going to be permanently playing as of right now.
Yeah.
I think they're still, like, trying to find somewhere else to play in New York. I could be wrong. I think one of the reasons they don't play in MSG is just because of how expensive it is.
And it's
which is fair.
Ginormica. They're not, and that's okay that they're not up to, like, ginormous numbers.
I think it's really cool that, like, whenever Vancouver has such a rich hockey history that the PWHL and their team are able to have their own place.
Yeah.
Lots of this. Okay, I got really detailed. I was like actually paying attention, and then I was listening to the commentators. Also, there were $5 beers called Trash Pandas.
They're $5 beers, $5 wines. They have charcuterie boards. They had it's like a fun concession stand over there. I feel like it would be an amazing game day atmosphere.
Hey, they're called Trash Pandas, and I heard that, and I had to take a step back. I have never heard any sort of alcohol name something like that. I kind of love it. Also, did you know that there is a minor league baseball team called the Trash Pandas?
I didn't. Where do they play?
I have no idea.
Right.
But I have known about it because their logo is a raccoon in a trash can as a rocket.
Right.
Yeah. So, also, what was it? Apparently, this is the commentators are saying to do golden eyes. A little tradition that the women can start as fans is start doing golden eyeshadow or eyeliner, which I thought that would be so cute.
That would be fun. And
then again, I wrote Sarah Nurse is very physical. I just loved the way she was playing. She was so aggressive. As much as I was saying how much I loved Hilary Knight playing, going against Sarah Nurse in the Olympics
scary
is like the other side of that coin.
Not to mention they also have poo.
Yeah.
So you're getting Sarah Nurse and you're getting poo.
Right. But I remember there was this one play, I think it was not the one she scored on, but there was this one, it was just beautiful skated right up to the net, was the assist, I believe. And it was so clean. And again, please let them fight. That's all I have to say.
Well, not a golden eye, but shout out Julia Gosling for getting her first ever
Yes.
multi-point game, scoring 2 goals in the first period. Also, it was a great night to be a Vancouver Golden Eye alt captain because Sarah Nurse goal, and also we got a Claire Thompson goal.
I also thought I wrote down Julia Gosling's other goal because I remember while I was watching it thinking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is because I texted you. I was
Yes,
like, oh my
'cause
gosh,
we were
Julia
like,
Gosling Hattie.
Hattie in the first game? Nope, somebody else
Hattie in
did
the
that.
first game.
Taylor Gerard. She said, nah, I got the Hattie over here, guys.
And then Vancouver won in OT. And also, I think something I really like that the way the PWHL does their scoring 3-2-1 instead of 2-1-0.
Yeah,
Those are all my. I was less attentive during the second.
that's fair. And the third.
I was like taking in the vibes.
Not only did the Vancouver Golden Knights have their first game and their season opener, they also had some pretty exciting news announcing their very first captain in franchise history, Miss Ashton Bell. It was a win for people whose last names is also Bell.
Oh my God.
Can't wait for my Ashton Bell jersey to have the C on it. Also, Ashton Bell's a defenseman, so Vancouver just must love a defenseman captain.
I literally almost texted you when I was watching the game. I was like, love that both of Vancouver's teams have D-men as their captains. I love it. They're twinning.
Literally, I love it. Also, we already said Sarah Nurse, Claire Thompson, they were awarded the alt captain position. The Vancouver Golden Knights acquired Bell from the Ottawa Charge during the expansion draft. And it was exciting because Ashton's partner was just drafted to Vancouver, who is also a defenseman. So Ashton and her girlfriend play together. I love when the girlfriends play together. What do you mean they call it the wife? Yeah, what do you mean they call it the wife line in Montreal? What do you mean they have a wife line?
Love.
That's so fun.
I also love, I literally, MPP Marie Poland, I don't know how to say her name.
I think
love anytime she's with her wife. Love that they got penalties together.
I love that they just sit in the box and chat.
Love that Marie got a goal and the assist was her wife. Like, what a world to live in.
I know. It makes me so, it's so fun. And it's why can't you be fun?
I love it. Especially like, you see the PWHL and like we're celebrating not only women, but queer women. And then you have the NHL who banned Pride Tape.
And not just queer women, but queer people, because Carly, I cannot remember their last name, was the first non-binary person to play in the PWHL. Are they a goalie? Yes, they're now the goalie for the Seattle Torrent. I think they were in Toronto and then got traded to the Torrent.
I remember when I first saw them walk onto the ice for, I think it was Toronto.
Yeah.
Again, could be wrong. But I love how inclusive and how welcoming the PWHL is. And then you have couples. And who doesn't love love? Who doesn't love to see two wives together playing?
Who doesn't love a wife line? Who doesn't love girlfriend demon partners?
I do have this question, though. Would it be more interesting if your wife or girlfriend was on the other team?
Yes. Because you know that competition is fierce. Because none of them wants to be the one who loses. They're not going easy on one another.
That's the question.
It would be like it'd be like when siblings play each other and they call it the whatever bowl, but it would be wives playing each other.
I don't know. I love the PWHL. Yeah, I just love it. I love women. I love love. I love women. Love you, Marie Poland.
Okay, so on the topic of women's sports, let's go ahead and jump right into the WPBL draft that also happened last week. Miss Monet Davis went 10th overall to LA. So I am now an LA fan, if anyone was curious. not Dodgers, but WPBL LA. Also, I want to talk about Miss Kelsey Whitmore, who was the first draft pick. She is quite impressive. She went to San Francisco. She just recently, like one of her most recent things that she did was she had a stint with the Savannah Bananas. If you don't know who that is, look them up. They're literally so fun. Yes, and she was the first female to play on the Savannah Bananas, but that's not the first time she was the first female to do something and break some glass ceilings, right? She was also the first woman to play in the Pioneer League, which is another pro baseball league. She's just super cool. Happy she was first overall. I think it was her grandma was sitting next to her when she got drafted, and it was literally just so cute. Also, they were all at their houses, and they were watching, like, a video or whatever location, because Monet was not at her house because she had a lot of people around her. So it was just really sweet, a successful draft. Really excited to see teams come together, really excited to see what happens in 2026 when they finally get to play. Just some really exciting things for the world of baseball.
Really exciting in just the world of women's sports.
Yes, women's sports is just that girl.
Also, pay WNBA players the way they should be paid. Pay women correctly.
Yeah, I thought we were past this. What? I thought we were past
this.
Why
would you think that?
Yeah, you're right. God forbid. Well, another exciting thing that happened quite literally yesterday. I don't know if you saw this on the notes because I literally just added it. The Dallas Stars revealed their third jersey, and I'm a fan. I like it.
I like it.
I saw several mock-ups, and it looked like some of the mock-ups that I saw, which I thought was very exciting. I have always been a fan of, like, the little star design on it. I love the nod to their Stanley Cup in the collar. The 3OT 1999, I think it's slick. I'm hoping to get my hands on it. Do I have the money to be buying it? No. Is that going to stop me? Probably not.
I really like it compared to their old third jersey. I thought was god ugly. I hated it.
She's talking about the black one with neon yellow, if you were or neon green, if you're curious.
I hated it. I'm so glad I never have to see it on the ice again.
I also like the colorway. I like the colors they chose.
I do like the colorway.
Old jersey of the new jersey.
One of my biggest problems with the last third jersey was that awful neon green. Right. It was awful.
Yeah.
The Stars already get dogged on for their color of green. Why would you make it worse?
Why do you hate Victor Green?
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, people already dog on it for that color.
Yeah, I'm talking about the people who are dogging on it. They hate it. They hate it because they ain't us.
I'm so glad I never have to see that ugly neon color again.
So, hypothetically speaking, I get a jersey on Friday. Who should I get?
At first, Sagan.
I thought Sagan, and I also thought Ben, because Ben could potentially be retiring.
That is true. My first thought was Robo.
Oh, okay. I also, like, low-key, depending on who they have, want to go Nice and maybe do Justin Ritzkoviet.
I don't know if they'd have his.
I know, that's why I said depending on who they have.
My first thought was Robo, and then I thought Sagan.
See, Robo, Sagan, and Ben. Definitely, I think more Sagan and Ben because they're closer to retirement. Yeah, they're closer to dying. Sorry, guys. Sorry, unks. And the final thing on the agenda, since we are on the topic of jerseys, have you seen the new Team USA jerseys?
I have.
Do you have some thoughts?
I like it. I like the color blue especially.
Yes.
I just like nothing for me personally is gonna ever top the Four Nations. The Four Nations USA one was so good.
So many people are hating on this jersey, and I don't understand why. They're like, it's just the Rangers. They want to be the Rangers. And it's like, okay, hold up. In 1960, when the USA won their first gold medal in hockey, their jerseys looked like that. It is a nod to the very first gold medal USA has ever won all those years ago. So I don't want to hear it's because of the Rangers, because that's not why it is. It's because of the OGs.
I just don't think it's anything special.
No, of course not. I like the history behind it, though. And I can appreciate the history behind it.
I don't think it's anything special. I think, I think, like, whenever, especially, I any of the Four Nations team, they're gonna get compared to their new jerseys. Whenever Canada released their jerseys, immediately everyone was like, the Four Nations look better. Especially with Canada's, like, the stripe on the bottom doesn't go all the way around. It stops on the sides.
Interesting.
A choice. I just think, like, the Four Nations jerseys were so
The Canada
good.
and the USA Four Nation jerseys were hard. I do own both of them.
I saw Finland's, and I was like, okay.
I've not seen
I think it's comparable to what they had for the Four Nations. But I love the USA Four Nations. I don't think anything's gonna top it.
Another thing that threw me off was the shield placement, because it's like the Nike sign and then up where like the different color, so it's like a colorway, and then it's like up here where that line is, and then it's the shield. I wish it was literally just opposite of the Nike sign, because that's how the 1960 jerseys were. I mean, they didn't have a sponsor or like a large sponsor at the time, but I think it should be like Nike sign, USA shield. Well, but what do I know?
We're not jersey designers.
Okay, is there anything else you want to talk about? Guys, what do you think? Do you think Tate McRae is just a mole for Team Canada, and that's why she's...
Paul Bissonnette is the only person I want to hear talk about this subject.
Can I say something crazy? I want Paul Bissonnette on Dancing with the Stars so bad.
Yes!
I think he would
I would tune in for that.
I think he'd be absolutely awful. I think he'd be a horrible dancer, but I think he would be freaking funny, man. I think it would be great entertainment. God. And I think he would go way farther than he should, and I think people will be pissed. And I love that.
This is also the same man who just recently found out how our solar system works, and that we don't rotate around the moon.
Oh my gosh.
I want to dissect his brain. So many tests need to be run on him.
Oh, Biz.
He fascinates me.
Also, just real quick, I want to shout out my close and personal friend, Robert Irwin, for winning the Mirrorball Trophy. Congratulations. I'm glad me making all of my family members vote Robert 10 times to the number helped him out. I'm so glad it wasn't Alex Earl. I'm so glad the Mirrorball stayed in the family. I was through the moon excited last night.
I just heard Robert in Zootopia too.
I was about to say, he talked about in the show on Disney Night that he had a character in Zootopia. He's a koala, right?
Yep. He's cause he works at the airport, but he's still like in the khaki zookeeper thing.
I love him so much.
I do love Robert Irwin.
My Mirrorball champ.
If there's anything in football that I wanted to say, but I don't think there is.
Joe Burrow's back.
No.
If you guys have never seen the Injury Demons, if you've never seen the Injury Demons skit, I should go watch it, and then go watch his breakup with Joe Burrow, because that made me cry for no reason. I was like, oh my gosh. I knew it was going to hurt when I started watching them. I was like, man, when Joe leaves, this is going to hurt us all. Big win for the Bengals, though.
Thanksgiving, football tomorrow. Boring games. You want to know what, the primetime game is?
Is it the Chiefs and Cowboys?
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. Not a Chiefs fan anymore, but you know what? I'm going to be rooting the heck out of them, because I don't want to see them Cowboys win, because what do you mean the Cowboys beat the Eagles?
That's disgusting.
I know. So I need them to be humbled. If it has to be by the Chiefs, then so be it. I just don't want the Cowboys. Also,
it's on the only platform I have access to. That's the only game I have access to. I'm like, what the heck?
Right.
But also, there's a game Friday.
Who's playing on Friday?
I think it's the Eagles. But I was looking to see who played tomorrow, and I saw that someone was playing on Friday, and I was like, that's interesting.
Happy Rivalry to those who celebrate. Let it be known that this side of the podcast is an Auburn hater and an A&M hater. Roll Tide and hook 'em horns, baby.
Yeah, Friday the Bears and the Eagles play, and it's on Prime Video. Yeah. This side of the podcast has no allegiances to football. I do like the Longhorns because of Glenn Powell and Bebo.
Thank you guys so much for watching yet another episode of the Her Press Box podcast. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow, leave a review, do all the things. Follow Her Press Box on Instagram and TikTok, and we will see you next week. Bye!